Gone.
Oh, look at it. She bought that. Period.
What's the craziest conspiracy theory you think about, but you wouldn't tell nobody?
Conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
You got one tapped in? Craziest conspiracy theory. Pizzagate. They all did that shit. They got the island. Yeah, Bill Gates. Goddamn the first lady. Goddamn the Trump. Yeah, all of them. They tapped in.
Hey, Mike, what's your worst breakup story?
My worst breakup story? I caught him in bed cheating and I whooped that.
Oh, man. That's sad, though.
Hey.
All right, next question. What's heavier, a pound of pillows or a pound of pennies?
A pound of pennies.
Pound of pennies. This is the last one.
He can't even say it. He's gonna dial.
I'm not going to answer that question.
Yo, what's goody? Welcome to the New Normal Podcast. Today we got a high-powered show for y'all. I don't know if y'all see the title. It's called A Sexually Promiscuous Society. And the reason we're talking about that, it seems like a lot of people in our society have sex on the brain. We're going to talk about Dr. Umar clip. I don't know if y'all have seen it, but he said it's emotionally damaged people are sexually promiscuous. We're gonna talk about the Mummy and Me dance class or the stripper class. We're gonna talk about how the young girls are pursuing or even preying on the older men in our society. We're going to let the newbie introduce himself first. Go ahead.
But I'm Christian. Everybody call me Chris. You know, cousin. It's my cousin right here. You know what I'm saying? And was able to be lucky enough to hook up with my boy Sid to bring me on. Model, actor. You know what I'm saying? So kind of just testing the fields as of right now. Can really just got started, but hey, I'm reaching for the skies. I'm reaching for the moon. Hey,
Make sure you talk to the mic.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I bet here we go. Let me set up.
Tell them about your project, man. What you in?
Well, I actually just did a photo shoot with Life or Death clothing line. I did a photo shoot with DJ Richardson, good photographer out of Birmingham.
Yep.
He be doing this thing. You know what I'm saying? So, but besides that, I really just been on the grind for real, trying to, you know what I'm saying, basically take pictures, get my face out there. You know what I'm saying? So, anybody need a model, holler at me. Cause you know I look good.
Where they go find you at?
You can find me on all platforms: Snapchat, Instagram. My primary is Instagram. Catch my pics, catch_my_pics. You don't want to miss it. You feel me? Snapchat, snap my pics. TikTok, Christian Jones 7. Facebook, Christian Jones. So y'all go follow your boy. Hit me up.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Shanti, the controversial queen. You can find me on all social media platforms at Ashanti Jordan. If you are easily offended, make sure you tap in and let me know what pisses you off so I can put you on the list.
Hey, it's the Date Master. YouTube. I drop a video. I try to drop a video every day. We talk about relationship dynamics, male development. You can follow my Instagram, which is me. I try to post all my food, my travel, all of that type of stuff at legacy_made. I have a vintage clothing store called Legacy Room Vintage. My cousin Christian, he buy all my five gear. So say him, shop with me. But I got a website, legacyroomvintage.com. You can follow the page. You got some new merch coming, new content. Just gonna gonna get into this content.
I do want to shout out Ashanti though, with the we got the reality show coming out. You feel me? I'm excited about that. So y'all tune in for that as well. You feel me? Under the Influence. Y'all go follow the YouTube page.
Yeah, it's coming out soon in a few weeks. So make sure y'all check it out.
Yeah, y'all check that out. Y'all do not want to miss it. Trust me.
So the first video that we're going to watch today is Dr. Umar video. If y'all want to catch this clip, you can go to the Date Master on YouTube channel. That's where we're going to be viewing this clip at, and we're going to play it right now for you guys. So y'all hold tight.
emotionally damaged people are always sexually promiscuous. Let me say this again. If you are traumatized, if you are emotionally damaged, you are promiscuous. And do you want to know why?
Why is that?
Emotionally traumatized people require constant validation from others. You married to a woman who's been traumatized, abuse, abandonment, whatever. When you're not around her for too many days, she has to entertain another man because her trauma dictates constant validation. And constant validation means I must have a man in my personal space.
So, Ashanti, we're going to let the woman start first.
I've been ready to hear from you.
What do you think about what he just said?
I think that it's time for us to stop trying to diagnose people for bad behavior and bad decisions, right? Because there are people out there that are sexually promiscuous or sexually reckless and entertaining a lot of men that just make bad decisions. And it doesn't always have to be rooted in lack of what was he saying? Like
Emotionally damaged.
Yeah, lack of emotional damage or lack of attention from a parent or lack of attention from a father figure or something growing up. Sometimes people make bad decisions because they like to make bad decisions, and it's not rooted in like, oh, when I was 10 and my mom, she used to work all the time and my daddy went at home. I feel like that may apply to some people, but when you try to move and put those stigmas on somebody, you take the blame off of them making poor choices and poor decisions with their lives, and you put a blame on it. You put a handicap on it. So it's like, oh, that person making bad decisions. No. It's because they wasn't stimulated emotionally growing up. They didn't have a mommy and daddy there growing up. They didn't grow up in a 2-parent household. Or whatever it is. You got to be holding people accountable. Girl, if you pop a coochie out here, that ain't got nothing to do with your mom and dad. It don't have anything to do with because your auntie used to whoop you with a switch or you was traumatized. You just make bad decisions and you want to sleep with a lot of men. That's how I feel.
So you just think people just make decisions just to make them with no backing, no cause, no rationale. They just do it.
I do think a lot of people do that. Yeah, because I make bad decisions too, and I can't say it's because of my mom and dad.
So
I've never been in no sexual place, and I be thinking about the trauma I had as a child.
So when you make these decisions and you be like, I wonder why I did that. You never ask yourself that? Like, where did that come from? Why did I do that?
Because I wanted to.
And that's just it.
Yeah, like I just had a little episode earlier this week. Why did I do that? Because I wanted to.
Oh, it's just that simple?
Yeah.
Do y'all think it could be just that simple, fellas? That you just can just do something because you just wanted to?
I respect Ashanti's answer 100% because that is very, very true. And that's a part that we don't take into consideration is that I want to do this because I want to do this. Now, emotional trauma, let's say that's not the suspect. That's not the person guilty of this alleged crime. Exposure to social media, social environments can also be influencing where I'm going to do this. Like if you put a non-smoker in a room with 30 smokers, it's a high probability that person is going to start smoking. It's not going to be rooted in something that happened early in childhood. It's just the environment they either had to adapt or get out, and they wanted to make that decision. Now, what I would focus on, I always look at the root cause of things, right? Because I try to clean myself up at the end of the year. I look at what I did, where I went, who I entertained, and what I got out of it. Did I lose a friendship? Did I end a relationship? And what was my role in that? So I always look at my habits. What were my habits? What was I doing to make me want to handle or behaving on this level or this frequency? So bad habits influence bad decisions. So I got to look at what I do on a day-to-day basis. What am I consuming? What am I listening to? What am I eating? Who am I being around that makes me do something that's say outside my character? So I always look at the root. So emotional damage may not be the end all be all, but some of these patterns, because somebody may say, well, I did a one night stand once in my life. I usually make a guy wait 3 months or whatever. Let's say if I'm a woman, but this time I did it on the first night. That may not be her character, but I did it in this instant. And then she got back into her definitive, if you will. She got back on track.
So y'all don't think that if someone can do something that's underlying in them, Like if you could do it, if you normally don't do no one night stands, but I happen to muster up the will to do a one night stand. Could it possibly just be in me? Could it be dormant? Could somebody just bring that out of me?
Let's go back to what he's saying. Promiscuity is the lifestyle, meaning I'm constantly doing this. Not me. If I do it once, that don't make me promiscuous. I do it twice, okay. But if I'm doing it all the time, this is just my nature is whole. Now I got a pattern of being this way, meaning it's something that I've been doing, which again gonna be rooted in bad habits, gonna lead to them bad choices because I choose to be a whole no matter what the circumstance, no matter what the environment, no matter who I'm around. You got chicks having sex in church. You got some chicks having sex in a hotel room. So it don't matter what environment I am, my bad choices or my bad habits kind of coincide. Just because I did it one time, don't necessarily mean that's my character. Because we're human, we're gonna make mistakes, we're gonna explore, we're gonna take adventures. But that don't necessarily mean that's who I am. So what Ashanti is saying, and what I agree with, is that I just can't say I'm emotionally damaged. That's why I did it this twice or I did this one time. If I'm constantly doing this, I'm lacking some messed up that I didn't course correct. So I just festered in these bad habits. Because a lot of times you look at when we talk, back in my heyday, we dealing with these girls. It was two things usually involved: liquor, weed, both bad habits. Going out at night, being around this dangerous crowd, bad habits, bad choices.
So, Christian, what do you think?
Me personally, I agree with Ashanti as well. I feel like, especially if you're old enough to make a decision, I feel like if you decide to do something bad, it's like you did it because you wanted to. You trying to see what's up, and that kind of takes on what Chris said as well. But the addition I kind of want to add on to that is it kind of makes me question how heavily mental illnesses are blamed for behaviors. Get what I'm saying?
Narcissist.
Exactly. So it's like when I was younger, I ain't never heard of this many mental illnesses until stuff started happening.
Hold on. So this is the slippery slope.
Oh shit!
And this is slippery slope, and this is why I'm gonna say this. So I'm having this conversation with my mother as well. She said the same thing that you just said.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't known it to be this many mental illnesses. My mama used to always say, I haven't known women to be this weak. What is postpartum? But if we say that now, it's gonna be a herd of women coming for us. But my mama was born in 1961.
Totally different time.
And she said, "Hey, when I was growing up, we never know nothing about postpartum. Women weren't going and just drowning their babies and putting them in freezers and kicking them, punting them out the window and stuff like that. That wasn't something that was going on when I was coming up. But you had a different type of woman at that time too. So like I said, that's the slippery slope. You say that, hey, I don't know why is this many mental illnesses. My mama said the same thing. I agree. I think there's a lot of stuff that contribute to that: the alcohol, the weed, the food.
But like Chris said, them choices, you choose to do that.
Yep. Hold on. Yeah and no, because if you're a child, then a lot of stuff that you're exposed to, you can't help. You can't help what your parents put in front of you to eat.
That's
I
true.
also think, at that point in time too, the research and knowledge was limited, right? So do I think that people probably went through postpartum depression during that time frame? I do. But were they able to be vocal about it? Probably not. You know what I mean? I can imagine, like, when I hear about people talk about postpartum, now there are some extremes of them actually harming the child, but some of them have gone through what they describe as like not feeling as connected to the child, being emotional and things like that. And I'm pretty sure during that time frame, it was like, that's normal. You know what I mean? You just went through a big jump. You are now gone from a whole single person to now you're responsible for keeping a thing alive. That is a mental jump that some people have a hard time going through. And I think during those times before, they didn't particularly have the knowledge of the studies to like acknowledge what that was.
Do you think it was because they didn't have the studies, or do you think the societies were different? Because you got to also think about the parameters where women were bringing children into the world are a lot different than how women bring children into the world nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, because I think
Because
there were like midwives and things like that. People were having a lot of kids at home at a point in time, so they
Mhm.
may not have been going to the doctor to be evaluated in those type of ways.
Well, if we're gonna go to the thing of the idea that the research wasn't there, or it wasn't prevalent, or they didn't have the tools or the necessary, I guess, avenues to research people and see if they would have mental illnesses, how can we now say in 2024 that those mental illnesses that we are using to say that people are being sexually promiscuous aren't as equivalent to postpartum?
I don't think what he described is a mental illness, though.
Being sexually promiscuous,
Is that a mental illness?
emotionally damaged.
Is that a mental illness?
Yeah.
I think it's a mental state.
I don't think it's a mental
It's not an
illness.
illness, though.
Hold on.
That's your whole phase.
Hold
That's
on.
what they call it.
So this is where we will go back to what my mama would say. Postpartum, from what the women that she would say, that's not a thing. But we would say now it is a thing. To where back in the day, they used to label being LGBTQ a mental illness, and now it's not a thing.
It's
So
fair to say in that time frame, and at
so
this time frame, those are not mental illnesses.
and so this is that my thing is. What I'm saying is, we as a society, we delve in and out of what we deem to be a mental illness or a mental crisis or something that we need to watch closely. But are we actually helping the hurting if we don't know actually what's going on mentally? Because you can't say in the 1980s being gay was mentally ill, and now we're promoting, being gay, and say, oh, you're wrong for saying that something is mentally ill. But we can all, it's a lot of people that will still in my age and look around and be like, that looks like a mental illness. But then people say, no, I'm perfectly normal, let me go around. We got people that say that a man could be a woman, and when I was growing up, people would get put in straight jackets, but now it's like, oh no, they're perfectly normal. So, like I say, it just depends on who you, I guess, at this point now, who's calling it and who's over the studies and who's, I guess, got the power to deem these things as mental illnesses.
And at this point, they haven't deemed that. So, like, we can't go forward. We can only use what we have now and what we've had previously. And being emotionally stressed out or whatever he said is not a mental illness; it's a mental state.
I want to touch on that. So when we look at the term illness, it's like if I get the flu, I'm only gonna have the flu for, let's say, 3 to 5 days. I'm ill, but temporarily, because of my body's gonna create the antibodies. I'm gonna take this medication. I'm gonna be back going to work, working out, playing on the court, whatever the case. So I think it's the understanding of these terms. Like, illness is not a permanent jacket. I'm not always ill. If a person is always ill, they're most so gonna be bedridden. Like you have a disease, that uncurable disease in a sense. So we look at illness. Well, I'm just ill right now. So going back to your example, postpartum, you gotta look at how much things have evolved from the chemicals that we use. You always look at what we consume on a daily basis. Well, we got this shampoo now. It make your hair shine 3 times more than it did 2 years ago. We took out the parabens and we added this in it now. Or we got this soap now where you don't have to use deodorant. This soap over X, you need the deodorant. So we got all these chemicals and all these things that's throwing our hormones off, and that plays a role in our mental. Like when women having all these cases of postpartum, women go through a lot of hormonal changes. Men, we fluctuate mentally, but we don't really go through those hormonal changes like women because we don't consume as many products. You got women using feminine products, the vitamins, the food, the hair, the relaxers, the perm, what they put on their nails. You see what I'm saying? You got all these things, certain undergarments, panties, some of those undergarments got chemicals in it. And we got to understand that our bodies are going to react. You see what I'm saying? So look at all of that and put that in a pot. Now we throw in that big joker that I always make sure I address. Let's see what they saying on social media. How am I measuring up now? That's gonna be that dag in the heart, because this woman had a pretty baby. That baby getting 100 comments. Mine only getting 20. My baby ain't as pretty as that baby. I feel like I failed. I feel like I created a baby that ain't cute. Because most women want a pretty baby. They want to be able to have that pride that I created beautiful children. So now we throw that X factor in there to where we comparing. Back in that time, I couldn't get on Instagram in the 80s and all of that and look at baby see what this attention to it and try to shape them without no knowledge, no foundation in whatever the kid take an interest in, versus saying, hey, we're going to make sure we focus on math to where, okay, they got an advantage in this area. So they already got an edge over every kid in this age group. I want them to have a monopoly over them in whatever. You see what I'm saying? So now the conversations are more so where they dominate, because what kid would come away from an area where they dominate to go and try some shit that they just seen on TV?
Yeah, because like I even was a cheerleader, and my dad said I hated that point in time when you and your sister was doing cheerleading, like, but he ain't never let us know.
Yeah.
You know, and we did that. I did ballet, I did cheer, I did basketball, I did volleyball, I did AAU. I did almost everything I wanted to do as a kid. And I never had my parent be like, oh, you might not be that good. You should be trying to pivot and do something else. I didn't have that. So am I going to be that kind of parent discouraging my kid? No.
Nah, you can kill the confidence that way.
I think this, and to the idea that you think that stuff has to come to your child is kind of crazy to me, because there's things I can think of that didn't come to me. It was times that I would say, hey, I want to play baseball. Nobody ever came and said, hey, you'll be a good pitcher. You'll be a good, you can hit the ball 400 yards. Nobody's ever came to me, and I just wanted to do it because I seen it on TV. It's just something that just blew out, just came on TV, and I just thought I should try it. And nobody ever said, my parents never said, you shouldn't do that. But there was times it was like, son, you've been doing this for a while, and it hasn't good. You haven't reaped the benefits of it. But that's, to me, that's on the same level, because it's like, if you know your child isn't good at something, why would you set them up to fail? Because that's what you're doing ultimately. Because if you say, okay, I'm not going to discourage my child from doing it. He's a child. Let them play baseball. And they go out there with them other friends, and they're, hitting the home runs and running the bases and catching the balls, and your child is riding the bench. Now, how disheartening would that be?
Now, I'm speaking in specifically to the context of modeling, to where
that's the same thing.
Because I can't teach us looking a certain way is not a skill. Sports and all of that, those skills and talents that can be cultivated over time, meaning we can put in the effort. Yes.
Bro, it's a lot of ugly models.
Trust me.
It's
not top notch.
Not top notch.
You may not think that. I'm talking about modeling at a high level. I ain't talking about just doing some random shit. I'm talking about high level. I'm not sports and stuff like that. Those are skills and talents that can be identified, and we cultivate them over time. You're not just gonna walk outside and be LeBron James. You're not gonna walk outside and be Kyrie Irving. That come with endless time. Kobe Bryant getting up at 4 a.m. running 2 miles before practice in the NBA.
Hold on.
That's work ethic.
That's the work ethic and preparation. Those are two different things than just looking at your child and be like, oh, you're made to be an athlete.
Yeah, but I'm talking about modeling. You said we use specifically modeling. That's not a skill.
So modeling is something that you're naturally born with, because it's your look.
It's your genetics. Your look, yeah.
Genetics, right?
Yeah.
So if you know that your child wants to be a model, and you see genetically you don't have the feature, baby, you're denser, especially as a Black woman. Your bone density is bigger, so you're going to be a bigger woman when it comes to modeling. Your hair texture is maybe not the best, or your skin complexion is not going to lend you the best outcome to be a model. Like, these are things that you can look at your child and say, hey, I've seen modeling the last 30 years, and now you come along and you tell me you want to model just because you want to model. It makes no sense.
That's why I said we had a conversation. I'm not saying just shoot them down. I'm saying for my child just to come in the house one day and say, I want to model. It's something, it's an idea that came from somewhere.
I agree.
What influence or what incentivized you to say, I want to do it? And how serious do you want to take this? Like, where did this idea come from?
Well, what if it's just like Ashanti said, I just do it because I want to do it.
I gotta get to that. That's what I'm saying. I gotta ask, hey, what made you want to get? Because it's a reason. You ain't just saying, I just want to do it. I just want to go do it.
Well, Ashanti says it's a time where I just want to do it.
So I think if my child said, hey, I want to model, I would exhaust the efforts that I have available to me to see if that's even a possibility. We're going to see about going to a modeling agency. Are you a candidate? Are you a fit? That's what my parents did for me. My mom and dad ain't never told me it was nothing that I couldn't do. When I played basketball, I had private practices, shooting, all that kind of stuff. I feel like if you can't exhaust the resources to it, definitely tell your kid no. But if you can and you want to, why?
I know we off subject, and we talking about, emotional damaged people and sexual promiscuity, but I want to go back to like the people, since we're talking about this, the people that we know to be the greatest. Your Michael Jacksons, your Tiger Woods, where your family look at you at an early age, or dad look at you and say, hey, nigga, you finna sing. We ain't no, cause you, baby, dad, I think I can hit the ball. Oh, yeah, go ahead. No, nigga, you finna go right here. Sing, nigga, I'm whoop your ass, sing. You motherfucking Michael Jackson. You motherfucking Tiger Woods. And then that's why I say it's like, then it comes to the point where, I didn't have a childhood. My daddy made me do X, Y, and Z, because that's why I think a lot of parents mess up, because parents always want to be like, well, I want my child to have a childhood. I want them to experience life and try different things. But if you see your child at this early age and you say, hey, nigga, I see you, Michael Jackson, at this early age, 2 years old, I see you, Michael Jackson. But I'm supposed to let you go out there on the field and play baseball? That what y'all telling me?
Nah,
that makes sense. That makes sense to y'all. We got Michael Jackson. I'm telling Michael Jackson at 2 years old, I see you spinning and singing, and when you cried the way you cry, and the way you bellow out, that I'm gonna sit you out there on the field because you want to be a kid and you think you could just go hit a ball and my baby, I'm gonna let my baby live a childhood. Come on, that makes sense to y'all.
You
see this in your child.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not fit to waste my resources for something that I know my kids not gonna be able to.
I'm not doing that either, but that's just me.
I agree with that part.
I think everybody
ain't fit to go
how they want to, so you don't have to.
I ain't fit to go apply my child to modeling agency when I know the motherfucker.
That's what I said. That's why I said, what make you want to do this? Like, yeah. If that's why I said, if opportunities are coming to you, modeling.
See, that's different.
That's my point, though.
Yeah, that's
opportunities coming to you.
But I agree 100%. If someone comes to you and say, "Hey, your child, it's a beautiful child. They should be a model." Because honestly, I've had that with my oldest son. People have stopped me and my wife and the moms like, "Hey, do you think your child will want to do kids commercials?" We've had that plenty of time. He's bubbly. He's friendly. He's very smart. He has to look. Do you want to do it? Like men and women alike. I'm just like, bro, this is weird to me because I know what goes on in the industry. But it's like so many people have stopped me and my wife. Hey, we can show you these pictures of kid models and commercials that we have them do.
Yeah,
and we like.
But that's different. That's when you exercise that resource.
You're right.
Yeah.
But me as a parent, that's when I get cautious, and it's like, because I honestly, it's a lack of knowledge on my part, to be honest, because my son will probably be very great at that.
You'll want to be hands-on.
Right. It would be great at that, but if that's not something that he wants to do, because I do we do the podcast. He said that I would like to do a podcast one day. Okay, son, this is kind of right up your alley. What people have been saying since you've been a little kid. You're going to be big time. You're going to be on somebody's screen. You got the look. You got the charisma. You got the way you talk, the way you are. My son is very flirty at 4 years old, very flirty already at a young age. He knows he's very manipulative. He knows how to work a room as well. Mm-hmm. Like these are just things, he just picks up. Because I'm not like that. I'm more standoffish. I'm more like, hey, I don't want that. Where did you get this from? Because me and his mother are the same way. So that's why I say, like, I agree. If something comes to you that way, cool.
Now we can do it.
Yeah. But I'm finna go hit a ball, and your son can't hop, skip, and jump. Right. You finna let him go play
my goddamn money.
Right. Come on now.
They tax him for shit like that.
That don't make sense. That makes no sense.
I'm gonna pay $350 so you can ride the minute. Well, you got me.
But let's go back, because I think what we was on to something with the illness conversation. Like,
okay.
We look at, like, going back to the conversation about bad choices, like Ashanti stated, that I just want to go and I want to go fuck this guy tonight as a chick. I know I talked to this homeboy. I know I seen them cool, but I don't care. I want them. That choice right there. What is behind that? You see what I'm saying? Other than the bad decision, you just want to do it. Okay, you do it once. Okay, now this your character. You done been around. You done heard like how chicks get down in some cases. Like, oh yeah, she fucking everything moving. That's a person that's who you. That's what you do. What's behind that?
So you're saying you could cheat one time and not be a cheater? What you saying?
No, not so much being a cheater. I'm saying this is your character.
Cheating. But that's what I'm asking you. You saying if you do something one time, if I cheat one time, that doesn't mean I'm a cheater. But if I do it continuously,
I'm a cheater.
I'm a cheater.
I guess, but in that action, you're impacting someone else, right? So, like, in order for you to cheat, there was somebody on the receiving end that's got cheated on.
It's too
But
prone.
like being promiscuous, you're operating within oneself that no one else is directly impacted by your decisions to do that unless you're in a relationship.
Because it's cheating is like I said, it's too prone. Okay, I told you I wasn't gonna do this, and I led you to believe that I'm a sweet, innocent, loyal, but I go and fuck off. It's multi-layered at that point. You didn't hit three things with that one move. First, you led them to believe that you loyal and you wouldn't do this. Secondly, you lied about doing it and you did it. You see what I'm saying? So now let's ask that question. If I cheat or lie one time, am I a liar or a cheater? By definition, yeah. Just like if I go to jail for murder, I only killed one person, you're a murderer, you're a killer. They're gonna stamp me as a killer because it was more than just me doing it. You see what I'm saying? But I'm saying that choice to say, well, I want to go and do this thing. I want to go and sleep with this chick. I know I don't have nothing for her. I want to be a dog tonight. Am I a dog forever? Because I'm a dog tonight.
That's a good question, though.
But if you're a dog tonight, why you can't be a dog tomorrow?
This may be just something I did. I owned up to it.
See, and that's the slippery slope. Because you can say I can do this tonight and never do it again. But how are we supposed to know that?
But again, I didn't wrong a person. You see what I'm saying?
Hold on. The wrong. I think the wrong in the person has nothing to do with something. Your action that you do, if you do it once or twice, no matter if you do it to that person or you're working on your own autonomy. If you just do something, no matter if it's wronging somebody or just doing it just because you want to do it, nobody's going to get hurt. I think that comes to the point where it's in you. Hey, look, hold on. As a matter of fact, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm gonna ask you a question. Would you suck a dick right now? Never. Because you know right now. Why wouldn't you suck a dick right now?
Because I'm a heterosexual male. I'm not attracted to men.
And you know who you are, right?
Yeah.
And there's never a time where it would be a wavering. It would be anything that would just be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this.
Right.
Same with me. There's never a time that I'm be like, oh, he looks really good. I'm gonna suck his dick. Like, it's never gonna be that. It's never gonna be that.
I see what you try to do. I see that point, but I'm looking at it more so this jacket that we will put on a person, right?
Yeah.
As a whole.
Mm-hmm.
All right, she did this. She went to Yayo one time, bang, met a rich nigga, fucked him on the balcony, whatever.
Yeah.
Versus this motherfucker always in the Yayo fucking niggas on the balcony. This motherfucker always go to the A's. She always in Cali. She move around. This her thing.
Yeah.
That's different.
So it's different.
Is that
Ashanti? That's
yeah, I want to know why I said why they got you weak like that. Why they got you weak like that?
She done had her ballers on the balcony.
Cause
you had your ballers on the balcony.
No, all the men I take down, they be my men. So
Oh,
they
okay.
balling, they my men.
Oh, okay.
All right. Yeah,
But I'm saying that's a
Say
different
my
jacket. Do you think that's the same though? If this chick just do this one time, but this is what she do.
Okay. Right now, me and you, and I don't worry, us as men talking right now.
Yeah.
And to go back to what I said, if we was in the locker room and they said, hey, you know, such and such over here, he sucked dick, but it was only one time, he ain't gay. What the fuck we gonna say?
That's different, said. I don't think that's the same. Cause that's an attraction to a male. It's not the same as if you said, well, I got this hoe in here, it's a woman. Cause I like women. It's different. If I'm not attracted to men,
okay, hold on.
That's an extreme.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you this too. So us being around, we've been around a lot of women. Is there when we talk about whores, do whores typically only stick to men?
No.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So when we talking about this promiscuity idea, most people just are trying to, and I think that goes back to what Dr. Umar said. They're just looking for a connection. That goes back to the idea that love is love. It goes back to I'm busting a nut just to bust a nut. It don't matter who gets me to bust this nut. Doesn't matter who gets me to this feeling. It doesn't matter who gets me to this love or where I want to be at, this consolement right now. It doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman. Long as I'm getting to this point where I feel consoled, I feel whole, I feel needed, I feel wanted. there's a big difference.
Well, let's look at it from the man perspective, because like I said, I mentioned in my video, when I went through certain situations in a relationship, I was emotionally damaged coming out of certain relationships because I had a certain level of love or affection with a woman, and that put me in on that savage mode where I'm just about to run through them. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't so much I'm looking to get love out of there the way a woman would be looking to get that love and validation. I want to punish these women.
You're looking for revenge.
I want to use these women the way I felt used by this woman. And then on the other part, you got the man where he going back to those bad habits and addictions where I'm just using these to cope because I couldn't replace this woman. I'm still emotionally damaged because I'm leaning on coping mechanism, weed, drugs, porn, whatever the case may be. I may not be out here running through them because I can't run through them because I don't have the look, I don't have the status, I don't have that mouthpiece. So it's a seesaw. Some men can say, well, she played me, I'm just finna run through the holes. Other men say, well, that was a good one. I don't think I can get another one like this, so I'm just gonna stay. I'm gonna be a recluse. I'm gonna lose myself. I'm gonna smoke and drink in my little corner and avoid women. That's still a sign of emotional damage because I'm avoiding getting back out there because I felt wrong. Versus this guy saying I got wrong, I'm about to get all the way out here.
So why? Because what you said was my next point. Why, when we talk about emotionally damaged people, are we always talking about the ones that's always having sex? When we also know there's the other end of the spectrum where people who are emotionally damaged have no interaction with people at all because they have been hurt.
Because an action can be a non-action. Me not doing something is an action versus me doing something is an action in which people can see and talk about.
Or a response.
Either way, it's an action and a non-action. Me just sitting here, man, what you doing? Nothing. So you doing something that's nothing versus, man, what you doing? I'm over here. I got a chick coming right now. I got another one. That can be action that's going to be talked about, and more so with the platforms and technology we can see it and talk about it. Just like we've been watching these examples. So we got examples that which we can pinpoint stuff now versus, well, I'm in a mode where you can't really talk about me in this corner, being depressed, drinking myself to sleep every night. We really can't talk about that because that's a private moment. Can't nobody see me. But if they see me in the restaurant with this chick this week, another bar with a new chick this week, I just seen him with 3 girls in the last couple of weeks. He going through something why he with all these women versus this guy. Man, I had a good one and I lost. I don't really have the swag. I don't have the confidence to put myself back out there to deal. So both of them responses to trauma is just different.
Yeah. Well, Christian, let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Is there such thing as being a connoisseur of vagina?
Yes. Of course.
That's a random ass question, boy.
No, this we talking about sexually, emotionally damaged people are sexually promiscuous, right?
Of course.
But how can we know the difference between someone that's emotionally damaged and someone that's just a connoisseur of vagina
or penises?
Because you got so many. What you call it, the 1,000 cock stare.
Yeah.
So many women are hypnotized by just dicks.
That is facts.
Dicks,
Yes.
big dicks, little dicks. I don't know, curved dicks, straight dicks, left dicks, right? dicks is dicks on the brain, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm just saying you got so many women who are just fascinated with penises.
Look at what they listen to. Look at what they see. Look
But
at what they scroll.
but we don't even have to go to what they listen to and what they consume. It could be something that just turns them on.
It's an interest.
It's an interest. It's something like it could be something simple as a hobby. Like I
Okay.
don't know why I started building these motors. I found out that I was good at it, and I don't know. I just started doing it. Same could be the same thing. I don't know. I've never sucked a dick in my life, and the first dick I sucked, the nigga told me I was the best dick sucker he ever had, and it boosted my ego. So I want to suck everybody's dick. I don't know. What you think?
That's insane.
How many? I got a question. How many girls started eating ass before Kevin Gates
Oh
said
my
he
God.
got his ass ate? Think about it. Ain't no girl started talking about I want to eat your ass till Kevin Gates came on them over like
No,
she eat my ass.
hold on.
I'm
So
just saying.
before Kevin Gates, I did hear a lot. I don't know how old you are. I'm 35.
Okay, I just turned 30, so put me on
Okay,
game.
so I'm 5 years older than you.
Put me
So
on game.
when I was 30, when I was about 28, I think that was around the time I started hearing women talk about eating booty. And that was like really before Kevin Gates and all that. That's when I started hearing about, like, my home was like, we would have conversations because I don't want to put her business out, but it's a prominent woman in the city of Birmingham, and he met her.
Put her name out.
Put her name out. So it's a prominent woman in Birmingham, and he hits me up. He's like, "Hey, such and such, telling me that she wants to. She's a principal at a school.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
and she wants to eat.
To the kids with
eat.
Shitty, bruh. Hey,
doodle mix.
Damn.
Insane.
I
What
knew
school
the principal
system she
smelled
at?
funny.
I ain't telling. Look, but he asked me. He said, "Do you think that I would be gay?" Because his question wasn't should I do it or not. The question was about his sexuality, who I think is gay. And I said, to me, I'm always this. I just keep it blanket. Like anything between a woman and a man is straight, right?
Absolutely.
Until you said the magic word.
Until is when a woman buys something that looks like a penis and penetrates a man.
Yeah, they can emulate same sex action.
So that's when it becomes gay. If a woman puts on a strap on that looks like a penis and enters a man, then that is considered gay to me. But anything before that, we straight. That's how I look at it.
I personally go by. This is my theory personally.
Okay, let's hear your theory.
Anything to do with a duke, you gay.
Hey.
Fuck that.
Hey.
Anything to do with a duke, you're gay.
Even on a girl?
Yes.
Yes. If you do a duke on a girl, you'll do a duke on a. If you okay.
Hold on, because if you about to go there, that's the same thing as oral. Because a nigga said if you will smash a girl in the booty, you'll smash a man. Because ain't no difference between a man and a woman. But what's the difference between a woman's mouth and a man's mouth?
Okay,
because there's nothing. It's not a sexual organ.
I got a question for you. I got a question for you. I got a question for all the men. Would you rather a girl with long fluctuating hair suck your dick, or would you rather a girl with a haircut like ours suck your dick? Which one would you feel more comfortable with?
It depends on how fine she is.
Okay, that's why she got a Michael Jordan.
If she got a Michael Jordan, but look, if she look like Michael Jordan, she look like Amber Rose. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Amber Rose?
Amber Rose, baby.
Okay, so everybody understand what I just said. Nobody's arguing Amber Rose. But if she bald headed and look like Lupita, baby, you gotta put some hair in this thing. I gotta make sure because I don't personally think Lupita's an attractive woman, even though they try to give her that stamp. I don't think she's an attractive woman. That's just me.
What is the hair?
Because
I feel like
what does hair do for me?
During that.
Because I want to sometimes I want
like to rub through I like to run my finger through your hair. I like to do.
I think that's the differentiating factor of a man and a woman.
Yeah.
You want me to get it out the way? I got you.
You hold the ponytail?
Oh, there I got you. You don't need no man. I got you. Don't even worry about it. I'm going rhythm and everything. Don't even worry about it. I got you.
Yeah. But the hair I think is a differentiating factor between women and men. Men have short hair, women have long hair.
But you know it's a coochie.
My thing.
No, we talking about oral though.
I know, but you know it's a vagina right down there.
I want to chime in on that.
You forget.
You don't forget. You don't forget. But like I said, there's no difference between a woman mouth and a man mouth because the reason I say that is because when you hear a lot of these transsexual, I think there's women, the men that's acting like women, they say the first thing that they do is they try to give the man oral, and men can't tell the difference between if it's a woman or man that have just given them oral.
I heard a lot of men say the jaw
our jaw structure is different.
It's different when they don't it up.
Well.
So they may be acting like they don't know. God,
I don't know. I've never been there. I don't know.
What Christian said, if and this is I agree. My opinion. I had a situation. I ain't gonna put on blast.
Oh Lord,
I already know what you're talking about.
This chick I was dealing with, tough, asked me to eat my ass.
Mm-hmm.
I told her no, respect. I said, "Nah, I'm straight. I don't do that." She was adamant about it multiple times, and I took it as disrespect. Because what make you think I'm the type of cat that will let a chick eat his ass? What have I done to make like? She said you did like 2 or 3. I said, look, you ask me that shit again, we done. You gonna get the fuck out. Like, because I think it's more so now the energy is to where women want to dominate. They want these sexual experiences on another level. They didn't did the regular. Now it's a graduating thing because now it ain't really about connecting any affection. It's about doing the most extreme thing. You see what I'm saying?
So she's running around town eating ass.
That's what, because I'm like, you
feel
asking me that.
I feel like if a woman asks a man, "Can I eat your ass?"
She did it before. Exactly, and she had dudes.
She did it before.
She had dudes that allowed it,
and she probably kept asking you because she used to convince him.
Look, and that's how she thought she was
persuade.
She thought she was gonna persuade me. And I said, "Listen, I said, don't ask me that shit no more." But my thing is this: as a man, how can you allow your woman to put her lips on your asshole? That's one. Two, what happens after that?
You go take a bath. What you mean?
I'm saying, like, I'm speaking from a arousal point. Like, I know if I'm gonna get some hair from a chick, if I'm here and she you know, I'm a bust a nut.
Yeah.
You telling me you gonna get your ass eat? You gonna let a chick eat your ass and you gonna what? You gonna bust?
No. Look, I don't know, but hold on. These are my pushbacks. So this is the only thing I agree with you on is I do agree that when it comes to a woman wanting to eat your behind, it's some type of dominating factor. And she wants to dominate you. She wants to, and that's my only pushback of why I would never let a woman do me like that, because I don't want you ever in your life licking on me like a nigga eat a pussy.
Right.
Like that I did that. Like, you're the feminine one, you got the pussy, so I lick on you. You lick at my ass, it kind of put me in a position of being the bitch at that moment in time. You know what I'm saying? So, and there's no really masculine position to get your ass ate. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta get bent over.
Only.
Yeah. And so that's that. Nuh-uh. But hold on. But I also
they ain't getting bent over, friend.
Hold on, but I
heard they ain't
So you saying they putting their legs behind their head?
That's what they
said. Let me find out you got them in the person.
I can say this. I can say this on air. Put the camera on me. Okay. I ain't never asked no man to eat their ass, and they ain't never asked me to eat their ass because it's not never happening. But I did talk to somebody about getting their ass eaten, and what they said was they be sitting down like how you sitting down, but they be like more on the edge, and they just scoot up a little bit, and she just go on up underneath. They don't be bending over and doing legs up to they,
anything to do with the Duke
they
is
be
gay.
Just like that, but they be on the edge, and she
I don't give a damn if he on the edge, if he on the backside.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. Me personally,
they probably get up on their tippy toes. Like, how you doing?
I don't like the operating gray area. So I would just rather say anything when a man's butt is gay.
That's why I say what happened after you do
the gray area. But
you gotta kiss me.
Hold on. But
God dang,
you gotta kiss me.
No, I ain't gonna lie. You gonna be eating all that. You gonna kiss me. It's gonna happen.
Okay, go ahead.
Hold the fuck up. Hold. So hold on. When y'all are doing oral to a woman, y'all don't kiss her afterwards.
Yeah,
it ain't a Duke, bro.
Hold on. But it's an exit down there too.
It is
that you're gonna lick. Not even though the vagina is there, the urethra is right there as well.
Okay.
So and that secretes, waste.
Okay, I got a question. Go ahead.
So when you're licking down there, and then like some men like squirt, that's piss. They drinking up the piss and all that in their face, and they go kiss their woman, and the woman kisses them, and so that's how I look at it. Like if it's sexual. Hold on. If it's sexual and I do something to you and you won't kiss me afterwards, now we got an issue.
E. coli?
We got an issue.
All right, say it. I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
Your life on the line right now.
Oh, hell.
Right now. If you don't choose one of these two, you dead.
Okay, go ahead.
You choose. Would you rather drink piss or eat shit?
God damn,
You gotta pick one.
You gotta pick one, or you dead.
Oh no!
God make no mistake.
I'm just saying. Gotta keep it.
Hold on. It depends on No, I'm probably
life or
I'm
death.
gonna do piss. I ain't gonna lie.
Come
But
on,
hold on.
We know how nasty
Hold-
two girls in a cup.
Let's go here though. Those are some weird options because I would never be in this
I
situation.
mean, of course, yeah.
Okay,
I'm just saying.
So
I'd rather eat a pussy for you ass.
For the record,
right,
I would
but
die.
why would you eat either one of them?
It just depends on the status.
No.
Okay, so we're not getting
why would you eat a pussy?
I like eating pussy.
The real answer to that is he likes to please a woman. That's my men don't really just gonna get down. I'm finna eat this pussy. I'm hungry. Like,
so hold on. So you can't please a woman without eating her vagina.
You want to?
You got hold on. You got roses. You got all vibrators. You got your
thing about
fingers,
me. Look, thing about me. I ain't trying to toot my own. I feel like personally, and I have before. I can please
human
a woman
toilet seat.
without toys, without eating. I feel like I can please a woman just straight dick. I feel like I can. Yes. I don't know about other niggas.
It's
you know, hold on.
I feel like
do you know why? Do you know why I think most men eat vagina? They cootie pop. I think it's out of competition. It's point blank period because I know. So I think if more men did not eat vagina, a lot of men wouldn't do it. It's pointless. Like it's really no need to do it.
I took my pussy and called back. I said I won't eat no more pussy.
Yeah, I don't. I like this. You don't have to.
I ain't out here eating pussy.
I think women lose. I honestly think I want to talk about it. I think women lose respect for men that eat pussy. Real talk.
I think so too.
Because you get into a subservient and the best sexual experience I've had with women, it was all about them pleasing me.
I agree.
And they was coming. It was the best. But when you get down in that submissive position to please her, is okay. She may enjoy it, but how many dudes she got in her DM saying they want to do that out the gate without knowing her hygiene?
There's a lot of niggas throwing that tongue.
They jump. She got them niggas in her DM trying. They jump out
all
the
day,
window.
all day.
They jump out the window with that because, like you said, it's the competitive. I want to sexually liberate. I guess you say I want to liberate you sexually better than any other man. So when I do it, babe, they talk about
my
how
whole
they doing.
face
I
in
put
it.
my face in it. My face don't look like a milkshake. I ain't doing it right. You set yourself up for failure because now you're making yourself a tool, and a tool is only good for what it's needed for.
Right?
People don't use a screwdriver on everything. People don't use a motherfucking wrench on everything. So when you do that with your chick, it's more so position of you lacking in the dick area. And you trying to compete with subconsciously knowing she's been with guys before me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want her to think or compare me to those guys. So I'm gonna go extreme with it. I'm gonna pull out all the stops in the pleasure department because I don't want to lose her.
And those men who think like that are typically simpish because
they lose
because you're gonna lose at the end of the day. But the most reserved you are as a man and staying in your masculine frame when it comes to things like eating pussy and booty and stuff like that with your woman, she will respect you more than all these niggas that's like, hey baby, I seen you on social media. Your post was so funny. Let me eat your pussy. Ha ha ha. Like it's weird. Like it's weird that I know so many women who have told me and actually shown me DMs, the very first DM. Not, hey, how you doing?
Those are fans.
But I'm saying it's a lot of men who just verify. Hey, let me eat it. Oh, I want to see what it smells like. Oh, let me taste it.
Let me tell you.
In comparison to what you say, because I don't, I'm a lady. I don't want to get into, specific details. I disagree 1,000% as a woman that respects men. Like I ain't just out here smashing and doing those type of things. I appreciate when my man take time to make sure that I'm okay. And I don't feel like he's subservient to me. I don't feel like he's inferior to me. I don't feel like I'm in a more dominating position. I feel like it is a space where we are both vulnerable and we're both intimate with each other and it's on the same playing field. Now, if it is like a different dynamic where you are not emotionally connected to somebody, I can see someone feeling like they are in a subservient role, right? But when you are with the right person, I would say, or you guys are on the right context with each other, I definitely don't feel like that. I like when my man appreciate me and he attracted to me and he wants to do things to me that make me happy. I appreciate that. And now I feel like he less of a man. I feel like he is that nigga.
I got a question for you. What's up? If your man said, look, I can either give you that oral pleasure I'm gonna pay all your bills and make sure you don't have to worry about nothing financial. But I ain't gonna do both. Which one you want?
I don't know.
The fact
like,
you said, I don't know.
That's not gonna be my man.
I'm giving you as a hypothetical. You got to pick one and say, baby, look, this how if I'm gonna go all the way with sexually because I got a certain schedule, I got a certain whatever
So
belief
he
system.
only got time to just give me DNA.
Yeah, he say I ain't gonna do that, but I'm gonna make sure all your financial stress is relieved. You get to pick one, but you can't have both. Which one would you pick?
I would probably appreciate the intimacy more. Like I would appreciate building our relationship more than just.
So you think that oral that part of it, now y'all still gonna have good sex or whatever, but he said I'm not gonna do that, but I'm gonna relieve your stress because I think relieving that stress gonna increase the sexual experience anyway because that's a huge block of stress that's been removed. So now you are naturally more free.
Yeah, and that may be true, but do I want to connect with my man or have finances? You know
but
what I mean?
I think it heighten that connection.
And I just actually answered the question for you. You know what I mean?
So,
I would rather be connected to my man emotionally and our relationship be whole than it be a part where I'm lacking, but my bills paid. Like there's never a dynamic that I care to be in.
My name.
I get it, but now see that's where the caveat come. Okay, let's say I like that, but if you that rent due is $2,800, power do $600. Can you really be emotionally available to a man that ain't took care of that? Can you really lay down and say, babe, I'm comfortable, I'm free, really let yourself go,
I would get a new
knowing
man.
I got $4,300 due in 2 days?
A new man.
That'll do both. That you want to do both.
I would have started off with both.
I
would have never chose that. But yeah, like definitely, I don't care to like when it comes to like lifestyle in my intimate relationship, I would never put a lifestyle above my personal needs because that bill is gonna come around once a month, but I got to deal with you 31 days out of that month. You know what I mean? So do I feel like it'll be great to have my bills paid, but if I'm having my bills paid and I'm not being fulfilled on other frequent occurrences, people have sex frequently.
Yeah.
If I'm not being fulfilled, then what's the point? I have the option. I'll call my daddy. You know what I mean? Like I have other resources that I can get across. It's never gonna be a time where I ain't gonna have a bill paid, whether it's because of me or a guy I'm dating or I don't have other resources to tap into. But I'm not gonna be lacking in emotional intimacy, which also affects our intimacy and our relationship outside of sex, just because you can't have 30 minutes, you gotta go work.
I ain't gonna harp on that, but I just want to create that because not saying take you out of it. Just looking at we in America, most men don't have those extra resources to say I can take care of mine or take care of us 100%. So a lot of women ain't gonna get that winner.
So I want to say this too, like when it comes to like hypotheticals like that, you can only go about what is your lived experience, right? So I can't really comment on a lived experience that's not mine. Like I can't ever say I wouldn't resort back to my parents or other resources because that's always been my lived experience and the people around me. That's just the community that I've been in. So not having those experiences that may make me feel like, oh, I got to sleep with a man to get my bills paid. You know what I mean? But that's just not a part of my lifestyle or a lifestyle that I indulge in. So I wouldn't choose that.
Well, this has been a good conversation. Something we need to have. We need more women on this conversation.
Yeah, we need to do a part 2 for this.
We need to do a part 2 of this. This a part 2.
I definitely had a.
Go ahead. What you got?
A fill in on that.
Go ahead. What
I gotta agree with Ashanti. Oh no. Cause actually, and Christian, you actually just said something that caught my attention. You said the way men do it. You got some niggas out here tuning it up just to eat the pussy, but you got some men throwing the motherfuckers on their shoulder. Shit, you got chicks out here that like to get slung around, but still like to get their pussy. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like.
So do you think that does that even matter?
Yes, I feel like
how he does it.
Yes, I feel like that plays a huge. I feel like a woman that sits on a man's face is the alpha. Is the alpha in the relationship.
You said the woman that sits on a man's face, she's the dominant.
Yes, I feel like that.
Elaborate why you said that.
Cause she's in a dominant position, getting what she wants. And when women is in that type of position, they gonna 9 times out of 10, they're alpha.
For 2 minutes.
I'm saying, are you saying in a relationship or in that experience?
I say in both. I really say in
You
both.
say she run if a man let
Cause me personally, ain't no one for to sit on my face, man.
So
ain't no one for to sit on my face.
It's
Hold on.
'cause he
Pause.
left.
Let me.
What?
Hey, hold on.
You think I'm look?
Hey, hold on.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I don't think she talking about your Peter Wacker.
No, not that. I'm saying like you are.
Yeah, you're a
little
small guy. Okay.
Okay.
So hold
Not
on.
that.
Listen.
I'm sorry.
Listen.
I was
Hold on.
that
So I gotta
shit.
ask. I gotta.
The big
Go ahead,
men,
sis.
they be like it up there.
So hold on. This. I gotta ask this question.
Okay.
And I ain't trying to get too much of y'all. This as the man's personal life. There's not a time sexually that y'all want y'all woman to be dominant. There's never time you want her to be aggressive. You never want her to come on you.
I disagree with him on that.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
It's never a time where you be like, come on, let me just, sit on your face and ride your motherfucking face. It's never like, oh, that shit turn me out. Like, bitch, get here, bitch, sit your 300-pound ass on my motherfucking face and suffocate me. Like y'all never get that.
That's crazy because I actually had a problem with that in one of my relationships. It was like I want my woman to be spontaneous. I like being initiatedly dominated, but after that, I'm taking control. You know what I'm saying? Shit, slide my shit off and get to work. Goddamn. After that, no, oh shit, I'm finna fuck the shit out you. You know what I'm saying? Like, or you know what I'm saying? Like,
see, but
I'm very turned on with a woman that initiates it, but when you crank the car up, bitch, I'm still driving. You feel?
Oh, you lean. I see what you're saying. I like that because it's that spontaneity. Like,
yeah, see, I like a woman that's spontaneous, but also able to take control. Because what I've noticed, first of all, I noticed with me that I am most part, if I'm in a relationship or around women, I'm in the dominant driver's seat 90% of the time. So when a woman can get out of that comfort zone and feel like, hey, I'm taking, initiative. I'm coming on to you. I'm, setting the mood. I'm putting on my lingerie. I'm trying to make sure that you know that I want you as bad as you want me. That's kind of what my mind goes. Like, oh, my girl want me just as bad as I want her. Like, she's coming on to me. She's being freaky and nasty and being open and stuff. That's how I view it. Like, she's like, oh, if a bitch running around my face, bitch, kill me, bitch. Like, that's how I feel. But I don't know. That's
right.
Yeah.
Shit. That's how.
I feel like
I kind of like it. Depends on what's going on. Like,
I feel like a simp, man. We ride my face. I feel like a simp.
Why?
I just can't. Like, man,
I think
it depends on the girl
like
you with.
You just don't like it, and it's okay to
Yeah,
just
that's what
like
that
not
is.
like.
I mean, yeah, my answer is opinionated. Most definitely.
So do you like it?
That's what he don't like it.
Yeah, you just don't like it.
No, I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of it. I've tried it. I'm not getting seen and say I haven't tried it,
but you don't like it.
Not a fan.
And that, but you can leave it at that. It ain't got to be like
I ain't trying to
convolution.
Yeah, I ain't trying to say it's factual.
Hold on, question. So hold on, let's go there. So is it you didn't like it because you felt like you were being dominated in that moment?
I'll say that, yeah. Because
I'll
say
so
that.
So basically, you let her little boy you.
Just to see what it was like. Just to see what it was like. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, all right. You know what I'm saying? Because she would prefer to. Hey, I want to ride. I like to ride your face. Whatever. All right, I'll try.
See,
it.
and then
You know what I'm saying?
and this is some real stuff. Maybe she thought, Christian is a handsome young man. I want to rub my pussy on his face. Well, she could have really just
chicks think that way.
She really just thought that.
They think that way. Yeah.
They do.
And so that might be a compliment to you. She might just thought you was a handsome young man, and she just wanted to just slide it, snail crawl across your face. That's it.
And like I said, I mean, I tried it, but afterward, I definitely made it known.
You didn't like
it. So okay. Like it.
Chris said rated 1 to 10.
1 to 10?
Yeah, what you rated?
Keith Lee.
I give about a 3 or 4. I give about a 3 or 4.
I will say, as a woman, you do maybe run across men like that. You know what I mean?
But the reason I give it a 3 or 4 because, like I said earlier, I agree with you. Like I feel like when I'm eating vagina in a manly way, I feel like I gotta make sure I put that in there. Cause goddamn, I be fucked if I'm too nasty to eat pussy.
Okay.
But when I'm eating vagina, I feel like that do bring me and my partner closer. But the thing about me is, I gotta make sure that you deserve to get your pussy ate. If you right here, goddamn, getting your
that's a
pussy
whole
ate,
nother conversation. Right?
you right here getting your pussy ate by
I don't personally like it. I don't like to do it. I don't like to do it.
Me personally, I only like to do it with my woman. I like to do it in general. Not when I say in general, I'm not saying I just eat every woman pussy that I run into. No,
I don't like to do it at all.
Only time I really like to do it when I'm in a committed relationship. We here, you know what I'm saying, and you my lady. I know your background, you know my background. This that when we damn near on the verge.
I don't care if I know your background. I don't like it.
That's why your woman stay mad at you.
Yeah.
That's why your wife mad at you now.
She ain't mad. Hey.
This nigga won't eat my pussy.
No.
Fuck wrong with this nigga. That's why you gotta watch the 2 kids tomorrow. I'm going that.
Nah, that's why you gotta eat.
That's not they down there.
Yeah, they ain't rocking like that. But I get what you. It's different strokes, but when you look at that intimacy level on certain sex in some relationships is the most important thing. In other relationships, is they got kids, so the kids are them. You see what I'm saying? So you got to prioritize what's more important.
I think that's kind of how me and my wife's relationship ended up becoming. It was like sex, but then we got children, and so now like children is like really important. And now we getting to the point where our children is kind of like getting out the way a little bit. Like we literally was sitting on the bed, and she got them dressed, and they just ran to the door, and she was like, "They're growing up so fast," and then she gave me that look like, nigga, it's almost that time again. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we finna get back to that and shit. And then I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, that's when I remember I told you we had a conversation about the vasectomy because I was like, I don't want to have another kid. But like, she's lately, she's kind of like been, you know, niggas, they out the way. You know, it's like she trying to go back to that mode. I'm like, I don't want to have another kid. So I'm gonna have to go do something because she already told me, she said, look, I get off the birth control next February. I'm not getting back on it. I don't like what it do to my body. You need to make a decision or we're gonna have another kid. So
what so is she depending on your decision in this whole situation?
What you mean? Like if we have a kid or not?
It's joint.
Is the whole situation gonna determine on your yes or no?
Oh, if you want a kid, but you don't want one, but she do. Is
the whole situation gonna be we ain't having no kid because you say so or no?
We equally say we don't want children.
Okay. So
but the preventative measure that we doing now won't be there in another year. So she's on birth control. And she said she doesn't want to do birth control again. And so she said, hey, if you don't do birth control, or we don't use condoms because we married, you know that's gonna get you. If you don't want to have kids, you gotta make a decision.
Shit, well, you better get out of there.
What you mean? That's my wife.
You talking about beginning of a vasectomy?
Yeah, I know that. I'm just saying. I'm just talking shit.
He just
Don't
talking shit.
get out.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm just talking
don't
shit.
get out.
No, but yeah, so
Don't get out.
So now it's like
Better work on that pull-out game.
the pull-out don't work.
Too cheap.
I could have sworn I
made the 30
I
with
got
no
a weak
kids,
pull-out
my
game.
nigga.
Oh, so you the raw dog king?
Tell me, hey, my shit. Hey, my pull-out game strong. You feel
He's
me?
the raw dog
You feel me?
king.
Nah. Hey, no
Not
glove.
your bowl.
Hey, no glove, no love though. Most definitely.
I thought I heard some sizzling over there. I ain't know what.
Hey, the hot frame on fire.
Hey, but no flat. Hey, only my lady deserve raw. Every bitch don't deserve raw. Like I said, no glove, no love. So it's over.
The game too crazy right now to just be
Yeah,
exactly.
raw dogging people.
It's too much shit going on to just be goddamn. I'm finna whip it out and
Yeah.
sticking it. No, I gotta cover this thing on up.
So let's go to the next topic. The next topic is we're gonna play a video, and I want to ask y'all this: if a underage woman knowingly pursues an older man, and she pursues him because she knows she can manipulate him with the law, with her being underage, with potentially ruining his family to get what she wants, finances, cars, place to stay, anything like that. Do y'all think that woman should be prosecuted or put in jail if she's knowingly pursuing older men to gain something out of it? So let me play this video for y'all. And after we watch this video, y'all tell me in the comment section what y'all think.
Niggas got more than the little niggas that's my age, which I'm 15.
Hold on, they ain't playing.
What the fuck can this 15, 16-year-old boy do for me? Nothing. Bitch, I need school clothes, I need money, I need my hair done, I need this, I need that. So what you gonna resort to? What you know? And they was doing shit for me, and yeah.
And doing shit to her.
They weren't just giving me the money just because I want to give it to you, but
they was molesting her.
I was giving it up willingly, but since I was underage, so that's molestation. I'm not gonna say it because I wanted to do it, but I knew
that was out of necessity.
Yeah, I did it because that's what I felt like I needed to do. Because who the fuck else was doing it? Older niggas got more than the little niggas that's my age, which I'm 15. What the fuck can this 15, 16-year-old boy do for me? Nothing. Bitch, I need school clothes, I need money, I need my hair done, I need this, I need that. So what you gonna resort to? What you know? And they was doing shit for me, and yeah.
And doing shit to her.
They weren't just giving me the money just because I want to give it to you, but
they was molesting her.
I was giving it up willingly, but since I was underage, so that's molestation. I'm not gonna say it because I wanted to do it, but I knew
that was out of necessity.
Yeah, I did it because that's what I felt like I needed to do. Because who the fuck else was doing it?
Okay, so I'm gonna ask y'all this question about this young lady that was talking. Right?
I'm so disgusted.
Does this seem like a sane individual that's telling the story? No. Does it seem like this person is maybe emotionally damaged, or a little mentally ill, or maybe come up in a strenuous upbringing, or a poverty stricken background? What do y'all think?
Definitely poverty. Because you basically saying who are going to supply your needs as a child. The understood answer would be your parents. So obviously there was no parental supervision, not only supplying your needs, but also monitoring and supervising your whereabouts to where these men had all this access to you. So it became a behavior. So the damage was caused out of the parents' neglect. The parental neglect was already present. So she got, again, trauma bonded with some people, got some game, got exposed. Hey, I'm gonna get to moving like this. So now, once you go down that rabbit hole, you're not gonna come out of that sane and stable.
Mm-hmm. Christian, what you think?
Her mom's a hoe.
You think her mom's a hoe?
Oh, a lot of. I mean, and I ain't gonna just say women, cause
what from that video said my mom's a hoe?
Cause I feel like she saw her mom do the same thing she's doing. And I feel like.
So you think you think she was coached?
Yes, I feel like if not her mom, somebody she was following or somebody that easily influenced her, she saw bringing men in and out, seeing what she getting out of bringing men in and out. So she don't, like we had a conversation earlier, product of your environment. Know what she around. So I see the benefits of this nigga going in and out and this nigga coming in and out. Shit, let me try it. You know what I'm saying?
So I gotta ask y'all a question. If this area that she's growing up in and it's a poverty-stricken area, is there such thing as a predator-prey dynamic, or is everybody trying to come up?
Ask it one more time.
If this woman is growing up in a poverty-stricken area, is there a dynamic of predator and prey, or is it just everybody's trying to come up?
Well, there's a lack of resources, always going to be a predator-prey dynamic. Wherever there's a lack, you don't see this type of dynamic in an abundant area. You may see it a little bit, but not on the scale that you would see it where there's no resources or very little. Because I know where to go to find these chicks that need. I know how to pick them out. I know how to pick a chick that's finna go. That's easy. She gonna tell on herself way before. And this is the thing that I always find problems with women, and when we be discussing relationships, a lot of women feel they have more street smarts than they do. When they feel like they're gonna outsmart these men. Yeah, I was able to get this out of him, baby. He already know that he playing a long ball. Men are patient predators. This is where the whole term grooming come into play. So what you have is men going into these areas looking. I used to see these girls in high school, right? The dope boys pulling up, with the rims on the Caprices and the Hondas and all of that.
Mhm.
You think these dudes hooking these cars up and knowing to come to this high school at this time to say, man, you know what? We're gonna go to that high school today at 3:14. Let's go there. Yeah. Some in my spirit telling me let's go there. Yeah, man. You just got your speakers in your car. You got them Lexanis, them assassins on your car. Yeah, let's go over there. They know to come up here because they know what attract a certain type of women, and they ride by. All they gotta see is who looking. Oh, she looking too hard. Get her. Oh, she looking sick. Oh, she looking just hard as her. Get her. Oh, what's up, baby? I'm such and such. So they won't. Now again, social status starts to play. Oh, girl, I seen Keisha get in the car with such and such. Yeah, you know he got a flip flop Caprice. So now she got rank in the school. She just talked. Yeah, she talked to little John no matter what you call. You know he be trapping. So now my social rank go up amongst the school because I'm known for hanging with the niggas who got the bread. They spending the money. They gonna keep her in the J's, keep her with the new coat. You seen the baby fat coat with the hood on it, the pregnant coat.
The that is the pregnant coat.
What that mean?
The pregnant coat. That is the pregnant coat.
What's a pregnant coat?
The baby fat coat.
See, I'm from the old school for real. So in my era, we had this. We ever heard a brand called Baby Fat?
Yeah, I do.
Baby Fat had this black jacket with the fur on the hood. And every chick
It was
in high
a black
school,
one and it was the gold one.
Yeah, it was a black one and gold. And it had the cat on the back.
Yep.
And most of the chicks who had these jackets was fighting and fucking.
Oh my god!
Because they end up pregnant. I'm like, yeah, that's the pregnant. Because if you look at it on your phone, it'll pull up. You say pull up the pregnant coat in high school. You're gonna see all these jokes about it. So it was just like a signature, kind of like D-boys wearing certain J's in the skull cap, Chicago Bull jacket, Chicago good. Yeah, he doing something. You know what I'm saying? He ain't just working a 9 to 5, flipping pieces, delivering pieces. He doing something on the side. So yeah, it's just like I said, it's a dynamic that's gonna continue because these children not playing. Parents are just having kids say, we're gonna work it out as it comes. Collateral damage. You lose a kid. Your kid go to the dope, go to jail. You know, you trying to salve as many kids. Like it be throw right? I know you a child, but I still want him. I ain't gonna say that. He gonna say it maybe on the back end, young or something like that. Barbara Wall. What do you? He tried to do this, hang him, and let him sit there for 7 days. I bet you won't have no more slaves trying to run away no more.
But slave was still trying to run away though.
Yeah, but at what rate?
So you're just trying to deter it a little
Yeah,
bit.
you're gonna deter it. You're gonna deter it because the consequences are imminent. Ain't no around it. Yeah, you've been practicing on your running,
I
but
just feel like that's what the whole point of prison is for.
prison ain't for rehab.
It's not for rehab. It's for the consequence. It's a consequence. It's a consequence and it's a punishment.
I know.
That's what it's for. It's a consequence and it's a punishment. So, like I said, when it comes to something like that aspect of it, I don't think people are going to stop just because you tell them, "Oh, I'm gonna castrate you. I'm gonna publicly humiliate you. I'm gonna drag you through the town. I'm gonna put you in jail." And you know the people in jail are going to rape you and do all this to you. It doesn't stop anything.
I don't think nothing stops anything 100%, but it is going to slow it down to where eventually it'll correct itself, because now the consequences are going to get more severe and more severe, more severe. The monitoring is going to be more increased. So we're going to how they did with what was it? What was it? It was something where basically if like pest control, like treatment, you're going to keep treating it till you fix it. Ain't no let me just do this one time and that's it. Now they're gonna come. We're gonna revisit it. We're gonna treat it some more. Okay, what you did? You did 2 cc's. I give it 6. Oh, they said, oh, how that 6 work? Oh, yeah, give it 8. We're gonna keep treating this till we get this shit out of here. It ain't gonna stop until we get this shit out of here. And I think that's the approach we gotta have in a lot of things. We just don't, because again, we have so many lanes and so many avenues that's been created that console this deviancy. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It consoles this urge to want to have a child when we know it's not natural. We know it's not natural. It's unnatural. You see what I'm saying? So I think it's it. You're gonna have those X factors. You're gonna have those exceptions, but what we going at the rate we going now is just too out of hand.
Christian, what you think? How did you
Re-ask the
okay,
question for me. Go ahead.
first of all, I'm gonna ask you this question.
Okay.
Do you think we should charge underage girls for knowingly pursuing older men in the hopes of gaining financial advantages and lifestyle advantages? Do you think we should charge younger girls for that?
Yeah. Because I feel like, as far as the age difference, if it's consensual as far as the sex and everything on the female side, I feel like the man should be left alone and the female should be punishment. But I do feel like it shouldn't be like a life changing, like a misdemeanor. Okay, you feel me? Like that. It ain't like she goddamn killing the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
But when it comes to men sleeping with underage women, it's kind of like the man has killed the woman though. How they want to have the men out to dry.
but that's where the double standard of this society come in. You know what I'm saying? Men can do certain things, women can do certain things. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
But is that right? And is that something that we should correct?
I mean, you can try to correct it, of course. I mean, naturally and with common sense, yeah, let's be fair, but at the same time, like I said, there's always going to be a double standard in this society.
Yeah.
Like it's like I said, there's always going to be something a woman can do that a man can't do. It's always going to be something a man can't do that a woman can't do. No matter how much they try to equal it out, it's just not going to work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, and I did want to harp on what Chris said. Okay, I'll take old girl who video we watched, for example. How much of a predator is she and how much of a victim is she? That's the real question.
So what numbers you put it on? Out of 100, she's 60% predator, 40% victim. Like where would your numbers land with her? She 50-50 or what you think?
I wouldn't
70-30.
That's a good question. I would say actually 50-50. And the reason I say that is because in that dealing with situations like that, that's where simps, as we call them, are born, but on both sides. So a woman might be getting the push up, but she getting her finance took care of. But on the other side, I got to define that little young thing. Goddamn, I'm beating the brace off. I just throw a little chain, goddamn, I'm good, but I'm still beating the brace off. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the victim and the predator becomes like a 50-50 thing, because it's like one side think he's the predator and the other side think she's the predator, because it's in fact both of them getting benefits out of it. But at the same time, we know by general law it's gonna favor in the woman because she's younger.
Yeah.
So it's
See,
like,
I think when it comes to this scenario and listening to her talk, I do think there's some level of mental decline somewhere with her. That's one thing. I also think that she's a victim by circumstance, right? Maybe not a victim by an older man preying on her. I think she's more of a victim because her parents put her in a situation to where she is dependent on some older dude to come in and pay for her school clothes, to pay for her Jordans, to pay for, a ride to the movies, to pay for certain things. Her parents put her at a disadvantage in life to where she has to depend on someone outside of that household, because we know, and we've all dealt with women, that if they come from a decent background where their parents have a little money, it's certain things that she will and won't go for. Right?
exactly.
And so if a woman is open to do certain things to reap some type of monetary gain out of you, you already know where she's coming from. And I think this a famous saying, like, what Cora Holcomb said, the $40. He said, I know, the bitches that want the $40 is somebody that's struggling, basically. And so that's a real thing. And I go back to the men too. What type of man are you to where you will want a woman who's okay with accepting $40?
Right. Exactly.
Why would you want to accept a woman or be with a woman that's okay with giving you her body for $40? And we would like to say, the $40 thing, that's a joke. Like, there are women literally out here that will do things for
$40.
$40 holler.
I promise.
And that is scary, and that is sad to say the least, that we have so many women out here that are in this situations. But I want to ask y'all this. There was a white woman, got kicked out of her house, lived on the streets, and started soliciting older men so she could have a place to stay, right? So basically, she's selling cootie pop at a young underage, right? She becomes successful and writes a book. And now she wants the same men who supported her lifestyle, even when her family didn't support her and kicked her out the house, to go to jail because she claims that these men are predators. But these are the same men who put her in a lifestyle, in a situation for her to be able to write a book about her experiences to help other young girls out. Do y'all think that she should be able to press charges on these men? Or do you think these men are heroes? Or do you think these men should be looked at as sickos? What do y'all think?
She shouldn't be able to press no charges. And you look at that victim, once you are cognizant of the benefits that you're getting from an action, you're not a victim anymore. Like I said, not going back to R. Kelly, but he was sexually assaulted or taken advantage of. So that's gonna create that mindset also. But woman gonna get, you see what I'm saying? That's a double standard. But these women like to capitalize twice because you got saved, you got into a lifestyle, but now you got some wiggle room, like the Cassie situation. All coincidence, it's the last year before that statute run out. Let me get them 30. I don't want you to go to jail, but you can pay me 30. That don't make sense.
Yeah.
Was a crime committed against you, and does 30 million justify bring you justice, or do you still live with the trauma? So now
that trauma will never go.
You can't benefit. I'm saying alleged trauma.
Alleged, because this is the thing we gotta ask. Does pussy have a price?
Absolutely.
Yes, definitely. No matter if it's your girl or just a hoe for the night, all of it got a price, though.
And do y'all think most women know that pussy comes with a price?
Yes, they know. And once again, that's the area where simps are born.
I ain't gonna even say it's simply just hypergamy. Like if I see if I'm a certain caliber of guy, I like this chick. She got a dude or whatever. All right. Oh, this a dude? Y'all married?
No, nigga, you talking about 30% of the society right now.
I know a lot of dudes end up in situations by default. It ain't because I went after her and that's the one I wanted. When we do part 2, we need to bring this up from a sexual, like Ashanti put a lot of weight on that sexual connection. I'm willing to bet most women are not with the guy that has pleased them the most sexually. They do not end up with him long term. The men that women had the best sexual experiences and encounters with, they're never with them.
But
they never end up with them. They only get them for a period of time.
Do you think men end up with theirs?
No.
So nobody ends up with
nobody.
No, I agree with that. And the reason I agree with that, because simple fact, it's a high percentage of that happening with basically just sexual partner. Like I feel like it's a lot to, like, adrenaline has a lot to do with that.
Dopamine.
Yes. Like that new or that excitement, like that has a lot to do with that. But if I'm fucking the same motherfucker for the longest, you know.
So let's go here then. Since Chris brought this up. the woman who has gave you the best sex, both of y'all, messing with y'all.
Okay.
The woman who has given you the best sex, do you want a relationship with her though?
No.
Do you want to be with her for the rest of your life?
I don't. I don't.
What you say, Chris? You want to be with her for the rest of your life? You like it like that?
Well, I got a specific scenario because the woman I had that connection with, she is that, and she's a one of a kind. You see what I'm saying? She a one of a kind. Like I never met a woman like her. Period. It's two on, but this one is is here and here. This one at the top, she's a one of a kind. She, from a mental aspect, career, history, everything is perfect in a sense, except that it's just one factor because the way we linked, it wasn't kosher because she had somebody. I was in and out of relationships, but she was taken. You see what I'm saying? But that was the best sexual experience and the best mental connection I've ever had with a woman. You see what I'm saying? So
Can I take my answer back?
Go ahead, take your answer back.
Because it is one that I would settle down, but I know and I ain't gonna say that it's factual, but to me, I know for a fact that me and that person has a very high sexual connection when we do.
But does that translate to a good relationship?
That's the thing. I feel like it don't because it's simple fact. Like,
so that's what I'm asking you. Does the sex translate, the person that you have the best sex with translate to a good relationship? Because ain't that what we all want? Even though we want the really good sex, but we also want a good, prosperous, fruitful relationship. Don't y'all think so?
It depends on the individual. You feel me? Like, you might have one dude that had the best sex of his life and end up married in a motherfucker. But you might have one dude that had the best sex of his life and he finna try to keep chasing that. That's just like smoking weed for the first time. Keep smoking weed trying to chase that first high. You know what I'm saying? And you know you never gonna get it, but you gonna keep trying to chase it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got two separate type of guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, some motherfucker might goddamn lust into love. You know what I'm saying? Like, that person might goddamn wrap their ass on though, and they might go and put a ring on it. But shit, you got some motherfucker that be like, I hate this type of chick. Shit, let me see if I can get another chick that's just like this, and let me see if she better.
See, my thing is the sex is intangible. It ain't so much the quality of the pussy. People don't understand sex is 80% hormonal unison or hormonal synergy, meaning I can't control her estrogen. I can't really control my testosterone. It's a natural occurrence, which you get this thing called chemistry. The chemistry, you can increase it, but you can't just create it out of, a chick can't walk in here and I say, I'm finna put this chemistry game on her. It ain't gonna happen. It's gonna have to be a natural occurrence, like gas and fire and like elements. So that's one part of the equation. So when you had that organic chemistry with a woman, that's a battle that's already because you can't, no matter what you do, no matter how much money you make, no matter how much money she made, books read, all that intelligence, that natural chemistry that happens between a man and a woman, you can't really do nothing but increase it. Now you can decrease it depending on what you do, but once that chemistry is established, and everything else is gonna build upon that. So you're gonna have them hour-long conversations. You feel that attraction through that phone.
Yeah.
You thinking about it. You got exes that you think about, and most men want to meet. I'm gonna keep it all the way real tonight. You got them exes, and there's a few that you can't stop thinking about. You think about them almost every day. I got exes I think about because I know the chemistry and the connection we had, and I know it's mutual, but I can't call her and say, you think about me, but I know you because it ain't gonna really ever be one-sided. Well, I'm thinking about her every day and she ain't thinking about me, even if she moved on, because that chemistry can't be be defeated.
Go ahead.
Well, let's talk about the chemistry that you're talking about. So let's say y'all do have that chemistry and that bond that y'all have built, right?
Yeah.
You don't think that there's another man that can come and top that chemistry? Because you don't know what he's going to do with her. You don't know what kind of energy he's going to give her.
Nope.
Why not?
I'm gonna tell you
It'll
why.
never be like
I'm gonna tell you why.
Never be the same.
You look at how houses are built, right?
Mm-hmm.
you build that foundation first. You can come and take that house off that foundation. That's my foundation I built. You gotta go and get some whole new land. Cause that land has been tilled. You can't cover it up with soil. It'll never be like how it was when I got that land when it wasn't nothing there. I laid that foundation a certain way, and I built that house a certain way. You can come take that house and remodel it, do whatever. But that house been standing there for a good little minute. That house been standing there for a good little minute.
How do you know that you didn't move into the house that was already built on another foundation though?
That's true as well. But I'm just speaking from I look at it like this. The body don't lie.
Mm-hmm.
So the body can, the mind can say this and this, whatever. But that body and that connection and that adversity that you go through, the years that's been invested, it can't really be you can't really get around it. So in that connection, after you've been with a woman so long, y'all didn't swap DNA. My DNA more so gonna be in her than hers is in me. So it's possible another man can come and show her all type of things. It's possible, but at what age? Because I think it's a cutoff at some point to where she get to a certain age. I don't care what you do at this point.
Yeah.
That's why you got these chicks coming on camera at 50 years old say, yeah, I had a threesome for my birthday. It wasn't for the bun, it was for the dopamine. She knows she ain't got the ability to bond with another man because she didn't had too many of them. She done lost that oxytocin. She ain't got that ability no more. But she can have all the dopamine rushes and adrenaline rush she can have. That's why she want the threesome now. She want to be ran. She want this. She want it on the balcony. She want it upside down. When this chick will come over me and she'll lay on this pallet.
Yep. Another motherfucker you want.
You see what I'm saying? So it's a slippery slope. That's why you got to know. You got to be able to pick your woman. Your woman can't pick you.
Yeah.
She can choose, but she can't pick.
But that's why I'm strong believer in, especially after my last situation. That's why I'm a strong believer. And this is just me personally, that in order for me to get in my next relationship, I gotta feel like a woman deserves me. Not, I ain't chasing nobody. I ain't goddamn hopping in the, if I do hop in the DM, I'm just trying to hit. But until I feel like a woman deserves me, cause I'm one hell of a boyfriend. I ain't gonna lie, I'm the shit for real. I could really be the shit as a boyfriend.
So you the boyfriend master,
man, for real though. On the low,
Tyrell had something to say about that.
Probably so.
Shout out my cousin.
I'm gonna keep it a book. Only way I'm gonna be the best if she deserve. At this point in my life, if she deserve, I ain't handing this shit out no more. I'm guilty of handing it out because of motherfuckers I thought I liked or I thought I loved. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? But shit, you live and you learn. Ain't no teacher better than life itself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I'm at the point in life like I feel like a woman don't. If she don't deserve to be taking the Papa Dough, motherfucker, I'm taking you to McDonald's. And we finna go through the drive-through. We finna go back to the crib. And we finna kick it. But if I feel like she's deserving of Papa Doughs and or Paris or anything like that, shit, this relationship gonna last longer than that drive-through relationship.
I don't even want to set the bar that low to well restaurant date. Like, nah, I gotta feel I own her.
Well, I was just saying is that you know what I'm saying.
I want her soul. I want to know I got this me, this mine right here.
Yeah.
The way she acting, the way she acquiescing, and the attention and the details she putting in and the investment she's made into me.
Right.
This one mine.
But
I don't care what you take on a date. That don't really matter.
But the thing about that is, how long do that last? How long before she get comfortable and start saying, "Okay, I ain't doing that shit no more. Like I just did it just to get you."
You can't see the future. That should take a daily investment. Is what you can only count the days of today. I can't see what she gonna do in 6 months, a year. What we doing today that real firm and reassure that we got a firm connection that's worth carrying it forward. But I don't know what you may break bad on me in 3 months. Yeah. You may hit me with the bait and switch. But what you doing today, I'm pleased. So I'll see you tomorrow.
But it's a lot of women that they invest a lot first.
So a lot of women don't invest a lot first. They wait for you to. Because they know they got the chips.
Well, when I say that, if a woman see me and she knows she can get a lot out of me, she gonna give me a lot to get a lot.
Okay, I see what you
Get
saying.
what
She
I'm
gonna play the
saying?
game.
So right, she gonna play the game. So he gonna take me ID. I gonna give him the pussy, and I'm gonna keep fucking with him to see how much I can get out of him. I give him the pussy, but I'm trying to see how much I can get out of
So
besides
basically,
it.
she trying to see if you're a trick.
Yeah. And
You a
once
short
again,
term- you a short term come up.
this area is where simps are born.
But if a woman is already giving you something and she's trying to wait on you to give her something, she's already lost.
I mean, yeah, but eventually,
If that's her mindset, she's not that smart.
I mean, these motherfuckers ain't gotta be smart to get what they want.
How she gonna?
It depends on the caliber of guy she used to dealing with.
Right.
Most
Yeah,
chicks-
because I'm gonna say this: you have to, for you to give me something, and then wait on the back end to receive something, in hopes of getting something greater than you've given me already.
Mhm.
When you've already, let's say you've given me this a good month, a month and a half before you start requesting finances or something. Let's say you use money.
Mhm.
You've given me a month and a half or something where I have no initial investment. To make that up in your mind, it's gonna take a long time. It's not gonna just be me taking you on a trip to Dubai or something. You're gonna feel like, I need multiple trips to Dubai, take me on a cruise, take me to Miami, pay for my homegirl's turn. For you to put that initial investment in and then wait on a dude and hopefully he don't break bad and just dip on you after a month and a half or the first time you said, hey, my light bill came today. It's $125. Can you give me that? And then he's like, peace. You know what I'm saying? Now you lost out. Right.
Short game.
So, like I said, a woman, she's not smart if she playing a game like that.
We're gonna have to do a part 2 to this. I gotta goddamn hit that.
Yeah.
What we looking like on time?
Shit, we had 2 hours.
Okay.
But I got a lot of good clips for today. We had that gas tonight.
All right. First go around.
If y'all watching, y'all make sure y'all like the video. Make sure y'all share the video. We're trying to grow this page.
Share, follow, subscribe.
Yes,
You
yes,
feel
sir.
me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And
Shout out to the Legacy Room. Shout out to Not the New Norm. I appreciate y'all for having me, boy.
The New Normal Podcast.
The New Normal Podcast. And we're gonna do this again. We have some people flake on us tonight, but we ain't gonna talk about too bad about them. Hopefully they come the next time.
Saying I'm trying to come back to this thing, man.
We got a screen tomorrow. We're gonna do a screen tomorrow too. If you ain't got nothing planned, 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock?
Yeah.
7 o'clock. I can do that. I can do that.
So tomorrow, 7 o'clock. We got a few people supposed to come tomorrow. Hopefully they don't flake because of the temperatures again and other little things. But like I said,
Chris, you gonna be here?
Yeah, we're gonna do it again. Y'all make sure y'all tune in tomorrow, 7 o'clock. Well, it might be a little late because people come a little late, so it might be a little late. I want to do 7 o'clock. I don't even know what topic we're gonna talk about tomorrow, but we're gonna screen tomorrow. Y'all got a topic y'all want to talk about tomorrow?
I'll send you something later on tonight.
All right. Yeah. But it's the New Normal Podcast. I'm gonna let Chris and Christian tell us where y'all can find them at, projects that they're working on, and they got like podcasts, YouTube channels, modeling, clothing store. They're gonna let y'all know where y'all can reach them. All right, go Christian.
All right. Y'all can follow me on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Catch my pics. That's catch_my_pics. Once again, you don't want to miss them. Follow me on Snapchat, snap my pics, all one word. Follow me on TikTok, Christian Jones 7. What else I got? Facebook. Follow me on Facebook, Christian Jones. You know what I'm saying? I want to give a shout out to Under the Influence, new reality show that I'm in that's coming out in a couple weeks. Or that actually me and Ashanti is in. So y'all go subscribe to that YouTube channel. Like I said, Under the Influence. Like I said, I'm working on my modeling. Got anything that you want to model or any clothing line, clothing brands, anything that you need modeled or anything like that, holla at your boy. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm always down for taking pictures. So you know what I'm saying? Hey, just get at your boy. So
yes, sir. Legacy Made on Instagram. Make sure you follow me. Like I said, that's like my personal blog. I'm gonna start putting a bunch of different content on there. My YouTube channel is at The Date Master. I've dropped a lot of content about relationships, dating, male improvement, We got the clothing store, Legacy Room Vintage. Also, my flyer service company, which does very well. Shout out to the Flyer Flash. You seen the thumbnail for this clip or for this stream tonight? I created that. See the logo, you see the backdrop, not this backdrop, but you see a lot of the images and the visuals on the channel. I did create that. Shout out to Sid for booking me for those images and flyers. I did all of that for him. But yeah, if you need any flyer work done, business cards, etc., banners, thumbnail covers, you can look me up on Instagram and Facebook at the Flyer Flash.
And if y'all do go to my page and y'all see what I got on, he my stylist for real.
Yeah,
real talk. That's why I get all my clothes on. The motherfucker to be like, "Boy, where you get that jacket from?" My boy right here. That's the hooker right here. So I'm giving y'all the juice now. I'm telling y'all now. So next time y'all ask me where y'all get that jacket or that shirt or them pants from, holla at my boy. He got you.
I'll bring a few pieces by tomorrow. Y'all can check them out.
Oh yeah. This is the New Normal Podcast. I want to tell everybody, thank y'all for tuning in. Like I said, make sure y'all share, like, and follow the video. You can find me on all social media platforms at the New Normal Podcast. And on Instagram, it is New Normal Podcast 20. I said New Normal Podcast 20. I'm trying to grow all my social media. So if you follow me here on YouTube, or if you're watching me on Twitter, on Facebook, or Rumble, y'all make sure y'all go follow me on all platforms. Like I said, I'm on all platforms, the New Normal Podcast, and on Instagram, it's New Normal Podcast 20. Thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all be safe tonight. Peace.
Yes, sir.